You know, I don't know about you folks, but I used to hate drilling holes in concrete. Since getting this though, it's just fun, you know, to go up to a piece of concrete and just like that. Nothing to it. And this was 5/8 by the way, for those who wondered. So there's the 5/8 bit. Hello, I'm Randy here, and today we're going to be looking at what is an SDS hammer. Did a video here a while back on the Hercules Harbor Freight branded drills here, and obviously I was comparing it to my DeWalt, which is a hammer drill. The Hercules here is not. A lot of people were saying, well, you should have got the hammer drill, that'd been a whole lot better. To which I absolutely disagree. And for those of you who watched my other Harbor Freight drill, which is the Bauer brand here, you'll know why. These drills as hammer drills suck. They are not good at all. If you're going to be drilling holes in concrete, you want an SDS hammer. Now this happens to be, of course, DeWalt brand SDS hammer here, a cordless one. And in this video here, I'm going to demonstrate just why you want this as opposed to this. Because even though this is DeWalt, it still sucks as a hammer drill. And, well, to be honest, this sucks even worse, but they all still suck. So let's chuck up some drill bits here and show you what the difference is here between an SDS hammer and just a regular hammer drill. And before we chuck these bits up here, I just want to show you there is a difference here. Obviously, the chucks on these are completely different. They usually have some sort of quick connect style. I believe this is considered SDS Plus here on this type of connection here on these bits. Notice the connection here that is on them. And then for the just the regular hammer drill here, like the DeWalt or the Bauer, you got just regular looking drill bits on the end here. Nothing particularly special. Of course, if you're drilling concrete, the bits themselves are special. Notice they usually have a special point on them. Same can be true here for these SDS bits. There's really nothing special about the tips. Pretty much identical, give and take. What's majorly different, of course, is how they connect. And this is probably one thing that makes these not so good, especially if you watch the Bauer review here. These chucks do not stay tight while hammering. If you're not familiar with hammer drill here, or even this, they both operate pretty much the same principle here. With a drill, you got rotation. With hammer, you got in and out, and you notice this chuck goes in and out. Same on this as well. In fact, if you watch closely here, spin it slowly, you can see it is going in and out. So with hammer drill here, you got rotation plus in and out, and of course that is selectable on this drill here. You got drill, which is just regular drill, and then you got hammer, which I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference here, but yeah, you can hear that. So it's going in and out, and of course kind of hold on to there, because otherwise, if there's no pressure on it, you're not going to be able to hear it hammering. So let's chuck these up here. For this test here, I'm going to use, I believe this is 5/8, yes, 5/8. And then for my DeWalt here, I'm not even going to bother trying the Bauer. Again, if you want to see this Bauer here as a hammer, this is the hammer drill version of the Bauer, which I would not recommend wasting the money on the hammer drill version of this. If you want a Bauer, just get the regular version, like I did with the Hercules here. Hercules also makes a hammer drill version. I have not tried it, probably wouldn't recommend it, because again, you'll see why here. Even as the DeWalt, which is, you know, everyone I think would agree, it's a good brand, still doesn't go as good as something like this. Okay, well, for test subject number 1 here, we got the DeWalt hammer drill. Got it set in hammer mode. This is a 5/8 drill bit here. This is the Bosch Blue Granite. There's some really good drills for cement and concrete here. So let's give this a try. See how it drills. And I already know it's not going to be that great, but let's give it a try. Okay, we got maybe, what, 1.5 inch hole there, so you can see about where we stopped. And that was, I would say, quite a bit of work, really pushing hard on it. And you could hear the drill was actually winding down. I don't know if the battery's dead already. These particular batteries don't have meters on them, so I'm not sure. Okay, for our next contestant here, we got the DeWalt SDS Hammer. And of course, these chuck up a little bit differently here. They usually go, nope, got one more round maybe. There we go. And like that. And for this, I was going to go with a 5/8, you know, so they're the same, but I decided, you know, that's just wimpy. We're going to go 7/8. So this is a big one, I think 12 inches or something like that. We got it set forward mode. This particular hammer drill here, get this out of the way so we can see it. This has 3 modes on it. It has a drill mode, so just a regular drill. It's got drill plus hammer. Hopefully you can hear the difference there. And then it just got hammer. So in hammer, it's just in and out, so in and out motion. In drill mode here with hammer, it's in and out plus rotation. And then of course in drill mode, it's just rotation, no hammer. For typical usage like this, we're drilling, we want drill plus hammer. And I'll show you in a minute here what this mode's for, but let's give this a try here. And forward, of course, yep. Here we go. Okay, just like that, I don't want to go all the way through and hit the cement floor here, but we're probably, what, I don't know, good 5-6 inches there at least, deep. We can, I guess we could actually probably go all the way through if we wanted to. We would just hit, but I don't want to quite go that deep. So hopefully that's a good demonstration. Again, this is 7/8. This is a lot bigger than our first hole there with the DeWalt. And you can see this thing, you know, just went right through it like nothing there. Okay, everyone, hopefully that demonstrates why, if you're going to be drilling holes in concrete, you want an SDS hammer, not a hammer drill. Hammer drill here might be good for smaller holes, emphasis on smaller, like maybe 1/4 inch or smaller, or you just got, you know, every now and then you drill a hole in concrete. Otherwise, if you're going to be drilling holes somewhat regularly, an SDS hammer is definitely the way to go, especially when you got bigger holes. I mean, again, this is 7/8. And within, what, a few seconds there, it had, yeah, we were, what, 6 inches down, something like that. Compared to this, you know, we were, what, 1.5 inches, and this is only 5/8 hole, which is still a big hole, by the way. This is still a big hole, 5/8, but still took a lot of work. You definitely really have to push on this here to go down with it. Now, to demonstrate here, this SDS hammer has one more feature that's really nice on it. As I was showing there, there is the hammer only function. That is, if you want to put something like this in here, and there's of course all kinds of different attachments, and then you can just hammer with this, and you know, if you're going to break up concrete or pretty much you know, whatever you want to do with this, it turns this into a giant hammer. This of course is a chisel point. There's all kinds of different points, wider ones, smaller ones, points that actually, you know, can break down into cement or other stuff as well. So a lot more versatility with this tool if you're working with concrete and cement. Definitely works a lot better. Again, I would not recommend, you know, purchasing this as a hammer drill. I wouldn't necessarily even recommend purchasing this as a hammer drill. If you actually, you know, think you're going to drill a couple holes, you need something for a hammer drill, Harbor Freight sells an electric hammer drill. This actually probably works better than this does yet. And it's, I don't know, what do they charge, like 40 bucks for this, so. It does the job. Again, I don't recommend it. Does the job. Doesn't do it quickly. Doesn't do it easily. Unless, of course, you got small holes. So, hopefully that demonstrates why, if you're drilling holes in concrete, get yourself an SDS hammer. These are not that expensive. This drill here costs more than this did. So, you're probably, actually, you know what? Let's do, I think for a comparison here, you could probably get both of these tools for cheaper then you can get that tool. So just a reference there. You can get yourself a regular drill you know, just a regular drill like this Hercules here. Not saying you have to get that brand, of course, but just for comparison here, you can get that drill and this hammer drill here for less than you can get this. No, get this SDS hammer cheaper than you get this hammer drill. Get my hammers here right. So, anyway, you folks have any comments or questions? Be sure to leave them below and enjoy your drilling in concrete. Thanks for watching, and until next time. Just thought I'd mention another great use for this here a minute before we wrap up the video. Doing a flooring job here a while back, removing some old tile. The old tile had been adhered right to the subfloor. Rather than, I think nowadays they usually put another layer of board on top of that. I forget what they call that board there. But they usually put another layer of board underneath the tile, then they adhere the tile to that. In this case, the tile had been adhered right to the subfloor, and we had to get all the old tile and, is it grout? I think it's grout they believe they put in there. All the grout off, and yeah, just getting that off the old subfloor there was a pain in the butt. What we ended up doing, we took this, we have a little bit wider one, I think I got a 2-inch one here. Took the 2-inch one and just went in hammer mode along the floor, breaking up the tiles and the grout that was on the floor, and then just, you know, went through, cleaned it up. This worked really, really well for removing the old tiles. You know, again, like I said, I think nowadays they always put that layer, extra layer, don't know what they call that piece of board there, so you could probably get under the board. But in this case, adhered right to the subfloor there. So we had to get under that with this, and yeah, this just, within maybe 10 minutes, we had that whole tile floor just smashed to pieces, swept it up, came back through, got all the grout off with this as well. So this, good use for this, by the way. It works really well for that.